I've been monetized on YouTube for just over a year, and in celebration of that, we're gonna dig into my analytics. I'm gonna tell you all my numbers, and I'm gonna tell you all the things that I would have done differently and the things that I learned along the way. So please join me and let's get into it. First off, just to get some context, let me give my posting numbers and my dates. So I did post a video in 2022, but it was mainly to advertise my Etsy business. So I like to think that I started in January of 2023, which means it took me 1 year and 8 months to be accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. I've posted a total of 58 videos and 6 shorts. And at the time of monetization, I had posted 31 videos. Very important to note that 2 years and 8 months is about 136 weeks. This will be my first recommendation to you. The thing I would do differently is that I would try much harder to post consistently on a weekly basis. I should have 136 videos right now. Let's just say 130, but I only have 58. I would be way farther in my YouTube journey, being that I've spent the last 2 years and 8 months on this journey from where I am right now if I would have just stayed consistently. Now I know, I got kids, I got a grandkid now, jobs, vacations, stuff comes up, so it's not always plausible, but try as hard as you can to stick to that consistent schedule. If you know you're gonna be gone or you got stuff coming up, try to do 2 videos in a week so you can save one to post the week after when you're not able to record. I would highly recommend that. Because at that rate, being monetized at 31 videos, I would have been monetized in only 8 months instead of a year and 8 months. How much better would that have been for my YouTube journey? So, not saying that's gonna happen for you, but staying consistent and posting on a weekly basis, we will by far accelerate the growth of your channel. Obviously, common sense, right? All right, without further ado, let's get into my AdSense numbers and my views. All right, drum roll please. Boom, and here we go. $2,573.45 is my estimated grand total of 1 year being monetized through AdSense. As you can see, my best month was July, followed by last month, second best month, and this is because I had a viral video. Now this, I can't get this to change, but this shows it in order of what was your best months. It doesn't show it in chronological order. So again, this is my viral video that's approaching, or maybe at now 200,000 views, which gave me incredible last 2 months. It's always nice to have an extra $700–800 in the account, right? So not getting rich, not yet, but I'm not quitting either, so we'll see what happens. One thing I would like to bring your attention to, which is also very important, is my RPM. That's what I actually get paid out per 1,000 views. As you can see, it is between $5 and $7. I'm not exactly sure how all that works. I guess that's a pretty decent RPM, but probably in the future, I will look at ways in which I can get that to go higher. And then the last thing to show you as far as revenue is what I've gotten off Amazon affiliates. The minus is when they actually paid me out. They pay out through gift cards. So what I see from this is you guys need to do a little more shopping, all right? I need some more Amazon gift cards. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, so this is nice. It's a little play money. I like to spend money on Amazon Prime, so this gives me a couple extra bucks every couple of months. Hey, if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, like, and comment, and help me grow this channel. Thank you very much. All right, now let's get into my tips, tricks, things I would do differently, and all of the above. So number one, I'll reiterate it again. It was what I already covered. Be consistent. Look at my story. 31 videos is when I got monetized. That's roughly 8 months of work. But instead it took me a year and 8 months because I wasn't consistent on a weekly basis. And now after 2 years and 8 months, I'm only at 58 videos. I should have somewhere between 130 and 136. Imagine where my subscriber count would be then, or what kind of AdSense money I'd be making. So take it from me, stay consistent, and do a video a week. Number two, have a clear niche. I see a lot of beginners, they start to jump around. And there's even some of these gurus that teach you how to do YouTube that say, oh, it's fine, just jump around. From what I understand is you're confusing the algorithm. The algorithm's trying to find out what your channel's about and who to put it out to for them to test it. see who's gonna click on it, right? And when you make your channel about a bunch of different things, because you got a video about your cat, and then maybe you do a woodworking video, and then you show your garden, the algorithm doesn't know what you're doing, doesn't know what your channel's about, sorry. So stay consistent on, and some even say hyper niche down, but maybe not do that. But let's just say keep it in your hobby or whatever you're doing your channel about. Maybe after you get monetized, you can start mixing it up a little bit, but I wouldn't stray too far. If you got, I have a lot of interest myself. If you got a lot of interest, just start a whole new channel and keep all that other stuff on that new channel and keep this channel focused on whatever the niche is. Number 3, check your analytics, right? See which videos are popping off more than others and maybe lean into those. I noticed that videos I did about woodworking projects you could sell in my earlier days, as opposed to when I just did woodworking projects to say, hey, look, I built this thing, here's how I built it. The ones about selling did way better than the regular just tutorials. So that's what I started leaning into. Not every video, because I mean, for me, there's just only so much you can do unless you have the time to really dig into some more research. You know, there is some, you know, easy hanging low fruit on some videos you can do in terms of woodworking. But check those analytics. See what your viewers are really liking and then lean into that stuff. Plan out your content. Make a list of a bunch of different video titles that you could make. And I would say a couple of days before you're planning on shooting or planning on recording, choose which subject you're gonna make your video on, choose the title, and then record it. I've done it before. I ended up choosing the subject of the video the morning before I shot, and it doesn't work out. I get flustered, I get anxious, and I just don't think things turn out the way I want them to. Whereas if I gave myself a couple days to think about it, mull it over, maybe come up with some other ideas, I think they work a lot better. Where am I at? Number 4, some videos, let me put it this way. The amount of effort you put into a video won't necessarily equal the views it's going to get. I've had some videos where I put very little effort in and they've done very well. I had videos where I put a ton of effort in and they're, you know, just didn't do so well. And then I was like, but I put all this effort in, it should blow up. Look, maybe it was my thumbnail, maybe it was my title, I don't know. But some things kind of just take a life of their own. Like I've made the video that popped off for me that's almost at 200,000 views. I've made 2 other videos like that, where essentially I found a product where somebody had gotten over $1 million in sales on this product. Not my products, but people that sell on Etsy. And I did very similar videos, and those did okay, you know, 15, 20,000 I think, but nothing like the $200,000 video. And the thumbnails were very similar, titles very similar, and it's kind of inexplicable to me. I would think the other 2 would pop off too, just like that one did, but they didn't. So sometimes virality is kind of a mystery and things just kind of take off. So, you know, when that happens, just enjoy it. And I kind of look at it as every video I put out is kind of like a little lottery ticket. Maybe it's gonna pop off and make me $800 like that one video I showed you. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it only makes me, you know, 40 bucks. But 40 bucks is still 40 bucks, man. So it's kind of fun. It's fun to watch and see how things take off or don't take off. And of course, learn from every video you make. Learn from what works, what doesn't. You can check that in your analytics too. You can see when the viewership drops off. Remember, it always drops off right away, but it kind of hangs and you can see other points in your video where it drops. And then you'll learn from those. What did I do in that video at that time that maybe made people drop off? So you'll hear it from other gurus, like a cover of a book. If it's not interesting, people aren't going to click. So your title and your thumbnail are huge. So try to learn. There's a lot of gurus on here who can tell you how to do that. Try to learn from that. Learn to improve that. And then of course the hook comes next. That's the first 10 to 30 seconds. And I'm very much a beginner at all this, by the way. I know I've been doing this for 2 years and 8 months, but you know, under 10,000 subscribers, I'm still learning. So I know I'm not the best to learn from this, but I'm just telling you what I've learned so far. but learn how to improve that. And then lastly, think beyond the AdSense. AdSense is the easiest to make, but it's also kind of the lowest amount. A lot of people talk about building courses. I don't really care to do that. I think I would like to eventually make some woodworking plans. I tried to do one of those CAD systems. It's kind of hard. I'm not computer illiterate, but it's a little beyond me, but maybe one day I'll figure it out. Maybe they'll make an AI program, that would be great, that shows you how to do that. And for me, that's a way that I would like to maybe monetize later on, is making woodworking pans. We will see. And that is it for me and my limited amount of knowledge. I thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. I hope you learned something. I hope if you want to do your own woodworking channel or other YouTube channel, this inspired you to do it. Get out there, it's fun. You never know. You never know what could happen. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.